Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm here to talk to you, yes you with the flannel,
not Balaji,
about racial equality, a topic that is worth commemorating.
From the slave system to today's society, America has significantly altered their views on racial equality. This progress has shaped our nation's society into one of integrated equality where those who were previously denoted as inferior can live harmoniously with the former dominant white men.
Although we appreciate and acknowledge the struggles of the journey to racial equality, our monument is here to commemorate the progress of that growth within our society.
The Declaration of Independence states, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We have formed this country into one that is for the people and by the people, and has remained the platform of the U.S.'s nature."
In a nation founded upon immigrants, the idea of racial equality is one that has remained prevalent in society for hundreds of years.
Racial equality is a continuous issue. We are legally equal, but racism is still present today. We see this in police brutality, unfair job opportunities, and in our everyday lives. According to a poll run by the New York Times, 1 in 3 blacks, 1 in 5 Hispanics, and 1 in 10 whites say that they have experienced unfair treatment within the last year due to perception of their race.
Because of racism, the economic recovery since the Great Recession has not benefited all households alike. According to Pew Research Center, the wealth of white households is 13 times the median wealth of black households.
After over 300 years of struggle against the most oppressive and cruel system of slavery, waged by the slaves themselves with a predominantly white abolitionist movement, slavery was overthrown. The struggle succeeded.
Slaves struggled to resist this cruelty. The struggle started in the Great Debate whether this nation would realize the freedoms contained in the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution, or should we remain on the road to self-destruction.
It took the Civil War to end slavery. It took decades for our nation to openly accept and respect immigrants. The people's struggle for freedom was then, and is still today, central in the fight for democracy and progress.
From the hardships against slavery to today's struggle against structural racism, diversity continues to play a role in the fight for progress.
Our society today has evolved greatly from being exclusive in social hierarchy to having open arms. The fight against racism and for equality has always also had great evolutionary potential, which is why we chose to name our monument The Rise.
Where do you plan to put your monument and why?
In Central Park in New York City, because it is ethnically diverse, it has easy access, and it is very populated, which will ultimately generate a lot of attention for our monument.
As you can see in this aerial view, Central Park is not your average San Ramon Park. It occupies about 1.3 square miles of land and attracts around 42 million visitors annually.
Our monument will be about 30 feet tall to reflect an issue that is ultimately greater than it is perceived to be today. The height also represents the large amount of time sacrificed to get to where we are now. At the base of our monument, there will be footprints of different sizes. When someone steps in a pair of footprints, it will symbolize stepping into someone else's shoes. They will also be able to see themselves in the reflective stainless steel that the monument is made of.
The base of our monument is a circular shape which connects all the different footprints on the same level. The shape of the monument signifies the journey from separation to unity, where everything comes together at the top.
Some people might think that our monument isn't worth the cost because they believe that racial equality is already in our justice system. But to discriminate is not illegal, it's only immoral.
We acknowledge a few obstacles that may arise in this project. The monument itself doesn't encompass the hardships encountered, but rather it is a celebration of our status in racial equality today. How do you feel about the argument portrayed in the design of footprints in the monument?
I remember when I was in 7th grade, it was during PE, and Mr. Maddock told us to get into teams so we could start playing Ricochet. I had already found a team, but a group of Indians didn't have enough people to be a group, so they tried to join someone else's. But this white boy told my friend, whose name I will not reveal, but for now let's call him Ashley's, told that brown people aren't allowed in his team. It wasn't directed at me, but I felt the discrimination, the segregation. Right then, I realized that our nation has come far, but at the same time, there's still progress to be made.